You know, only in a Disney movie where finding a wife in 28 days is the most easiest thing on you could ever see. Too bad it's not like that in real life. You know, it would have been awesome. The Santa Claus 2 takes place 8 years after the first one, even though it says 10 years. It's 10 years by story wise. And we see old Santa Claus losing his powers because there's another clause, and the clause is he has to get married in order to stay Santa Claus. If he don't, he won't be Santa Claus anymore. So now he has to go out and find a wife in the form of Elizabeth Mitchell, who was not a bad choice because she's pretty damn gorgeous. But yeah, she can be a bitch when she wants to be. What was that movie? Running Scared says so. If I'm not mistaken, that was Running Scared. But she's still gorgeous. And anyways, that ain't enough problems. Charlie is on the naughty list this year because all those years of keeping that secret has been bugging him all those years. And I guess he feels the need to act out his emotions on that secret. How he can't tell anybody what his dad does on a year by year basis. Which, yes, that kind of sucks. Yeah. I do like this movie. I would say I loved it. But there's just one big little minor detail wrong with this movie. I think y'all know what it is. The fucking toy Santa Claus. That was the worst idea. In 8 years, you had 8 years to make this sequel. That was the best you can come up with for a villain? Was a toy Santa Claus? Really? Why couldn't you just do what Bernard said? Let Bernard stay in charge while Santa Claus go down and find a wife. We didn't really necessarily need a villain for this movie. If you look at the Santa Claus 2, it's hard enough trying to find a wife in 28 days. Okay? That should be the main villain. The fucking date. 28 days. That should be the villain of the story. The whole monotonous of Santa Claus trying to find a girl in that time. Okay? Especially all the sucky dates he went on. Well, he only went on one, really. Well, two. One didn't go so well. I do like that one. The best scenes for me is that sleigh ride with him and Elizabeth in the sleigh, and they're going to that party, and she's telling them all about her life. I love that scene. Okay, and not only that, I love that party scene because that party was dead when they got there, and he lightened up the party literally, and it was awesome. Okay, and I love those two parts of this movie. Those are the highlights of this movie for me. Because you see the human side of people, and you see what the people always wanted when they were kids, but never got it. And he gave it to them, you know? Shit, there was stuff like that I've been wanting when I was a kid, and I never got. That's why I love to appreciate these first two movies as much, because that puts a smile on my face. And I think that's the point these movies tries to get across, even though they had shitty, and I mean a shitty, subplot with that toy Santa Claus. That could have been cut completely out of the movie. I remember laughing a lot when I was a kid. Now that I'm older, that was pretty lame. Excuse me. That was pretty fucking lame. 8 years. And that's what y'all come up with. Disney, you really need to rethink your senses. By the way, before I go, am I the only one that think it was a missed opportunity by Disney to sync Santa Claus with both Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman? If you didn't like right now, I said last night I wanted to have a Santa Claus 4. But if y'all didn't make Santa Claus 4, why didn't y'all get the rights to Frosty and Rudolph and make both Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman? Have Frosty the Snowman come out 2 weeks after Rudolph, because you have to see Rudolph in order to see Frosty. Why? Because at the end of Frosty the Snowman, Tim Allen's Santa Claus will come down and get Rudolph to lead his sleigh. Okay? And Frosty the Snowman, Santa will come down and get Frosty. Who's leading the pack? Rudolph. It makes fucking sense to do it that way, and y'all completely missed it. Why? Oh, that would have been so fucking cool. That's so fucking awesome. That would have made this nerd happy. But anyways, that shitty subplot aside, but all the heartful and warm, meaning things on the other side, I'm giving Santa Claus 2 a B+. Still a good movie, shitty flaw, but it's only one minor flaw. Oh boy, we got one more, huh? Let's do it. Let me know what you guys think about Santa Claus 2 down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Yeah, I'm out.